Buenas.
Buenas tardes. Ajin Punchay.
Ah, saludos. Na Pai Kui Kuda, Tai Tai. Muy buenas tardes a todos, Maestro Master Jorge Luis, and to all the people that are listening to us. This is Rodolfo Beltrán from Earth Day Regional Manager of South America, Earth Day South America. And we are interviewing today a very important person, not only a longtime friend of mine, but I call him Master. Even though he's a very close friend of mine, I cannot keep on calling him Master. And this is a series of interviews that we are making in Earth Day organization for the 51st anniversary of Earth Day that was originally launched in New York in 1970, so 51 years. And we consider the theme of this year, Restore Our Earth, along with climate change education, but a very important factor, which is in interfaith connections, the spiritual connection with all faiths and all human philosophies as well. And we chose, the first one we chose is Mr. Jorge Luis Salgado. Welcome, Jorge Luis, to this interview.
Thank you very much, my friend. It's always a great honor to talk and to share about the Andean world, the ancient heritage that nowadays it plays an important contribution for our beloved Mother Earth.
Yeah, Jorge Luis, in the Inca tradition, there is no separation between the physical and the spiritual worlds. Is that right? Peru is one of the crowd. You are known that you are an expert in walking in this path of two worlds, which is, a spiritual path. Please tell us about it, to your experience. I know you have been in programs from the History Channel. You're most known outside Peru internationally in the History Channel, also in many other channels. And you have a very important book, I remember, that is the INCA renewal, reversing it.
Yeah, we have Anean Awakening.
Please tell us something about it.
Yes. Well, in our tradition, in all the Andes, because we have so many nations, many communities, many pre-Inca cultures, Inca culture, that is so powerful and so wise. And in each of these nations, we can say it is very clear that there is no separation between the material world and the spiritual world, because we believe that everything has an ahayu, everything has a spirit, has a soul. So that is a key point, to understand the new consciousness. It is about to go deeper and feel it. In a way, nowadays, for example, many persons says that, oh, Mother Earth is alive. Okay, good, we'll agree. But we forgot that alive Mother Earth also has a soul that is not visible. Okay? Because something like to know, it is in a way separated than the real wisdom. Okay? Which is different, the knowledge and the wisdom. When we understand the spirit is when we really can get the wisdom of it. Because if I connect only with my mind, without connecting with my heart, without connecting with my soul, I'm really experiencing part of it. And the deep aspect, it has really to do with the spirit that we call with the light. And
yes,
that is the point.
yes, Jorge Luis. Religion, human philosophies, you know, are, you know, in the world. And in the last Pope Francis visit, you know, that he made to Iraq, you know, he mentioned something, a unity and the common foundation of a leader of three monotheistic religions, which are, you know, the Christian, Islamic, and the Judaism. However, there are many religions in that, and the great message I think then was that we have to share all our religions. We have to have a permanent connection in this world. I think that was a great message. So there are religions and there are also human philosophy. How? What do you think? What you are doing? You have a service. You are like say an apostle in Spanish. You know. Uh, what in office, where are you located?
Well, you know, I really believe about spirituality more than in the religions.
Mm-hmm.
I respect all the religions in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if we know a little bit about the history of the religions, we will see that there is much blood, there is much wars between religions. But if we see the essence of the religions, if we see the spirituality of the religions, we will find amazing mysticism in each of those traditions, in each of these religions. I believe that the Inca tradition, it's not a religion,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because we don't have a hierarchy, we don't have an organization, we don't have, you know, these the different ways of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like specific temples, rituals, hierarchy, you know, the religion organization. In our tradition, all the Mother Earth is our temple, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in this amazing temple, we can connect with the soul of the Mother Earth, with the light of the Mother Earth. What is that light? That light of the Mother Earth is love. That is in service and it is wise. Okay?
Very
So,
great philosophy, Jorge Luis.
and the other aspect
Yes.
is the solar aspect.
Uh-huh.
Our beloved Mother Earth danced together with the Father Son. Thanks to both
Mm-hmm.
of them, life is possible. And nowadays, we start to understand that we have to return to learn, to remember together with the Mother Earth and the Father Son. For example, nowadays, how people is connecting with the Father Son? No, it's not connected, it's escaping. But now suddenly the scientists start to talk about, you know, we have to have some strong immune system. Oh, what we are going to drink for that? Oh, vitamin D. From where does it come, vitamin D? It's the sun. Okay? So our design as humans is the design of the children of the sun. We need to live connected with the Father Son, connected with the Mother Earth. We have to understand that from the Mother Earth and from the Father Son, we have this amazing daily gift of their light. Their
Thank you so
light.
much for your wisdom words, Jorge Luis. Yes, I know that you not only have written books and you've been interviewed by Discovery Channel and History Channel, but also you have made many international seminars, you know, in different countries. How many countries you have made? As you said, it's not an organization, it's tradition. That is very important to have, you know, in the world of religions and also human philosophies. It's good to have that traditions and many other. Peru is one of the six cradles of civilization, original. And, there are other cradles of civilization, Mesoamerica, China, India, and others, Mesopotamia. But, but as you say, this is a tradition. You were mentioning something very important, we are 1 year now since March 15 of the last year that people have been affected by the pandemic COVID-19. By the way, in this program, we want to share and also be solidary with all the brothers in the world that are suffering this impact, and we are still on it. But in this year, and people taking care, as you mentioned, it's very important to have prevention also, what is your experience of this this time that people have been, isolated in in some way and abiding with regulation? What is the spiritual change that has happened, the positive things, the spiritual change within everybody inside of us?
Well, something always we see in the Andean world, that everything has two aspects. We have a gift and we have a weakness. And we have the tendency as humans to be focused in the weakness. We have the tendency to be focused in the heaviness of the experience. Okay? But everything brings the other side. That is the gift. The gift we can see in different levels. We can experience, we can see something in the physical body, and very important awareness in the mental body, in the emotional body. So one of the most important experiences, really, it is about to know yourself, to explore yourself, to observe yourself. This isolation, this separation, it really teaches us that we had been separated from the most important aspects of life. But of course, when we start to come together with the family, we start to see, oh, the family is important, but maybe it's too much nowadays. But no, it is really about to connect with our own essence. We had a vision about life different than nowadays. More than a year ago, people had different priorities in their lives. We had,
yes,
we had strong belief in things and in the success, in the material aspects. But nowadays, the real success has to do how harmonious is your family, how is the affection with yourself, with the family, with the community. Nowadays, we start to see what we eat, what we drink, so we start to see that our design as humans is to be happy, to be elevated. We are not designed to carry heavy energies. And we can see that all the heavy energies, all the energies that doesn't come from love, it is against our health. It is really healthy when we feed the soul, when we eat and nurture properly, when we start to see what we bring to our minds, what kind of words we use. So we start to see in ourselves all the qualities of the light, like clarity, transparency, luminosity, warmth, the brightness, but not only the brightness of the mind, the brightness of the soul, the brightness of the... So there is so many aspects. We can see that we are rediscovering the real self, the authentic self. And we can see that, of course, we have choices. There is a lot of people still so much in the worry, in the negativity. But
I
as
think,
much
yes.
our heart,
Yes, Master Jorge Luis, I think that these 12 months have been, an experience for many brothers in the world, and to look inside and what is good, and also have optimism, among other things. We have to be solidary, but also optimistic that we shall overcome, this pandemic. I have questions from India, our brothers of India. We had in Earth Day organization, we have based also in India. And they asked me, please, in this interview, to ask you these questions too, because they will have it, they will show it in an international program that they will have on Earth Day, and also in our Earth Day, the April 22nd, we are going to have this program and that program. The question from my friend Karuna Singh, that is from India, she's the head director, says, how do your spiritual community, as you said, because you are based on tradition. It's not an organization or religion is a tradition that it has been always there, because it's one of, as India, the question from them was this, how does your spiritual community focus on reverence to nature?
in what?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah, how your spiritual community, or, focus reverence to nature, or appreciation. Yes.
Well, of course, what I am talking is more about from the lineage of the masters from the past. There is still part of this tradition hidden in some communities. And in deep sense, it is all about nature, okay? And is all about the Mother Earth, but not separated from each of us. Even we honor the Mother Earth by honoring all the creatures of the Mother Earth. So the Mother Earth doesn't have only one children, the human. All the other creatures of the Mother Earth are also same like us. We are all same life. So if we are one family, we honor all the expressions that is alive. In the big picture, even the stars, the lightning, the rain, all has to do with the great Pachamama, which is the cosmic mother, the divine mother. In the colonial period, they thought that it was only the Mother Earth. The Mother Earth is Alpamama or Mama Pacha. The other is Pachamama, is the big picture. So Mother Earth is our mother. We love the mother and we drink the milk of the mother, that is water. And everyone who drinks that milk, everyone who drinks water is our family. And it's very important to drink that water that heals us. Very important. A way to pray, a way to worship the Mother Earth is by taking care of the water.
Yes, Master Jorge Luis, how many countries have you been and have this message in, I have seen, I follow you in Facebook, as well in the internet, and I'm aware you have many web seminars, presential seminars before the pandemic. How many countries have you been, and how many people, I'm not going to call fans, that you admire in many countries with this message? Which has been the most relevant experience you had in this course, in your service way that you have?
Well, I really don't know how many, but one of my assistants one day was telling me that it was more than 45 countries, and in all over the world, I can see that everyone is open, really open to remember, because we're not teaching anything. We are remembering each other, that in the old periods, we had some ancestors who had some similar traditions. Everyone in the world has some roots, and in these roots, there is the medicine for the new cycle. In this new cycle, everybody is agreed. It is about how we experience life, our respect for the Mother Earth, and everyone in the world, we start to connect like brothers and sisters. And that is what we are, brothers and sisters from the same Mother Earth, from the same Father Son.
Great message, Master Jorge Luis. A lot of wisdom. Tell me, sir, I mean, you have been, and you are the partnership of honor of Earth Day since 1920 that had the 50th anniversary. I remember you made some also, we had some videos on that, and you made some activities before the pandemic. What do you plan to do for Mother Earth, for Pachamama, this April 22nd, which is Earth Day? Do you have planned any activities, please?
I was thinking to send a little message, and it was, I saw I took some beautiful pictures about the heart of Machu Picchu. Okay, all these places are alive, and in Machu Picchu there is the temple of the Mother Earth, and I would like to introduce to our friends and explain and show them with pictures why the heart of Machu Picchu is there, and why the carvings on the stones, like the ley lines, are manifested in these stones. It's so special. It is a way to honor from the ancestors to today how this amazing culture, the children of the sun culture, has a tradition that is an important contribution in the spirituality of the world.
Jorge Luis, excuse me. In this post-pandemic era, normality is relative now. The normality is going to be a better normality, we hope, to everybody. I know also that you, on the private sector, you have a lot of merit because you have a lot of tourists, what you call natural and historical tourism. So I think not only in Peru, I think that a post-pandemic is going to change many things, spiritual, and also among them is tourism, the way we see tourism, when we see the Coliseum, all this, not only Machu Picchu, all these famous sites, around the world that are empty. How are we going to feel, when we will be able to come back to that? And I think countries like Peru, Mexico, and also South America, as well in the world, even the United States, people are going to come back to the presential tourism and see the things as you mentioned, in spiritual value. Tell us something about it, please.
The normality. What is normal? What we've been experiencing was not normal. The real normal, as a human being, as a alive being, is a human being with consciousness. Without consciousness, it's not normal. So I believe that it will be a new normal, a normal cycle of the day, a cycle of the light. The cycle of love is coming. So we can love each other. We can love the Mother Earth.
Amen.
That is normal. But in other aspects, in terms of tourism and all the businesses that connects with tourism, it will grow much more because people is understanding it is so important to feed the soul, to expand the consciousness, to make stronger the immune system. Because when we go in a pilgrimage, when we walk to the mountain, to the lakes, by the rivers, we are drinking the light of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth speaks to us through beauty, and everybody loves the beauty of the Mother Earth. That light makes us healthy in many levels because it touches the emotional body, mental body, physical body. And when we talk about that light of the Father, Son, and the Mother Earth, and we have ceremonies, and we have meditations, and we have the opportunity to feel our heart, to feel the meaning of life, to feel the meaning of Pacha, not only in the mind, but with all the organs, with all our cells, with our soul, with our heart. Experiencing that, it's really giving a gift to ourselves, to our soul. That is more important than anything.
Great message, Master Jorge Luis. As they say, our brothers, I know you come from Aymara and Quechua cultures, you know, in our country, Peru, a lot of wisdom. As they say also the brothers in Bolivia, Hayaya, you know, Master.
Yeah, for life, yes.
Amen, amen, for life, no, viva la vida. But thank you so much for your wisdom. We really in Earth Day organization and all the organizations that are, you know, environment and climate change, really appreciate your time, Master Jorge Luis. Is there any final message you will have to give for us, please?
Well, you know, always just to remember each other that we are a contribution of light, being the light. And how we are light? We are light by loving, start loving ourselves. We are light when we are in service to the Mother Earth. We are in service to life. And we have to accept that each of us, we are wise. It is in our heart. We need to bring the mind and the heart together. Some friends, they call this coherence. In the Andean world, that is normal. The way of speaking, thinking, acting, dancing, drinking, all our activities based in the mind and the heart together.
Great.
Much gratitude.
Thank you so much. They say that you mentioned this in your book. I always remember the trip we did in 2014. Tupananchiskama.
Yes, you know, the books we publish, one is Anean Awakening, that is also in Amazon. The other one is INCA Wisdom, Return to Joy. That is also in Amazon, INCA Wisdom. And right now we have the book in the publishing company. It is called Machu Picchu, the City of the Children of the Sun, which is a beautiful book that we talk about the visible and the non-visible of this extraordinary city of Machu Picchu.
The cosmovision. Thank you so much, you know, Master Jorge Luis. And as I said, you know, Tupananchiskama, that means hasta que nos volvamos a encontrar, until we meet again in this or another dimension. I learned that from the trip I did with
Oh yeah, that is beautiful. Until we see each other, until we meet each other in any reality. But it's always joyful to see each other in this reality too. Huh?
Thank you so much, my dear friend.
Mucho
So
gusto.
I'm sure we will meet again in this way and presentially too, maybe in Puno, I know that is the best for you, my friend, to all your family, which I know, and maybe in Puno, all the best for you, in your
Thank
personal
you.
way of service. Thank you so
Thank
much, sir.
you.